Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is August 10, 2022, and today is Wednesday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, Intel stock breaking to new yearly lows, and we're going to discuss why it's such an important event. But first, looking at the major economic events of today out of the United States at 2:30 South African time, we have a core price index number coming out. That's an inflationary report, which has become one of the most important numbers of the month. So looking at the various markets, starting out with the Forex symbols, the major pairs really unchanged on lighter volume. In terms of the indices, the Dow Jones does remain unchanged while the Nasdaq did retreat. Looking at commodities, gold hits 1800 and then retreats, and then looking at oil, we did have a slight gain. Looking at the stocks, we did break lower on Intel and Tesla remaining very weak. Lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin unchanged still. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So here we go. We're going to start with the Euro USD, and you can see we are such a tight range. Look at that, 102.18. We were just 102.14 yesterday. 4-pip move. I mean, this is really very difficult to trade. So keep your hands off for Forex for now, at least for the Euro USD, until there's some sort of break on either case, either the upper level or the lower level. GBP USD, same story, just trading in a really tight range. Aussie USD just remaining at that cliffhanger, at 69.78, just shy of that at 69.56. So really the Forex symbols are quite in a tight range. However, looking at commodities, this is where the buck is really being made. Looking at gold, we did hit 17.99. You could see that perfectly. We have a beautiful ABC move here, and we're at that top of the range. So we should be looking to actually retreat here, okay, unless we do have some sort of breakout. Now, if we do get a breakout, that will be really colossal because we haven't seen that break above this 1800 since we broke down at the end of June, and we went into our lows in July and now making ourselves back. So this is really very important, and as we're getting to this 1800, we are seeing lower volume, so I wouldn't expect it to just break up higher just so quickly. Looking at crude oil, we did have a slight gain yesterday to $91, but pairing those gains right now. Now looking at the US markets first, looking at the Dow Jones, 32,720, really unchanged for the day. I mean, we only retraced like what? Like 200 points, not even, okay? So looking at the Nasdaq, we did retrace a little bit further there from 13,200 to 13,000, as you can see, 13,012, but still in a really tight range. Now when we look at the stocks, they're really unchanged as well. Apple didn't do much, but here, this is really important. Intel breaking to new yearly lows, okay, as we've just hit that. Now this is really important. Intel is one of the largest chip manufacturers in the world. That means all computer components and all digital components request and need Intel chips. So if Intel is down, then we may see a sell-off in the next 3 to 6 months that represent stocks like computer companies, like Apple, like cellular companies who make mobile phones. This is why stock is so important and such a big bellwether. So keep this in mind as this is still trading. Looking at Tesla, look at that. We continue to break lower at 849 and just closing lower there. This may be a support level as we hit this level, as this is kind of consolidating at this area. Now lastly, looking at Bitcoin, unchanged. Not much doing here. At 22,900, we've been in a less than 1,000-point area. Now, I'm not saying you can't make money in that, but if you got to pick your spots really very carefully and just really jump in at the most opportune places. So just be aware that when you're trading Bitcoin, that you're looking to get in at the best places. You can play the range, just make sure you're buying the low and selling the top, or selling the top and buying the low, whichever way you go. This is Fred Razak, and I wish everybody a great trading day. Thank you.